The Centres for Advanced Training were set up 10 years ago. There's 9 of them across the UK, and they were purposely set up to give pre-vocational training to young people so they could stay at home but still train. Each CAT scheme is centred in a different institution or agency. Here at Northern School, obviously we're a dance institution that trains young dancers. So the Centre for Advanced Training for us is a progression route for young people to access before they can go into full-time training. It is a way for young people who may not have any access to dance, may not have any ability to access dance, whether that's barriers of money or distance, that we can talent spot those young people and give them pre-vocational training of the highest quality.
What we try and provide through the CAT scheme is the opportunity to work with professional dancers that have all either gone through a professional vocational training or have worked professionally within the industry. I think the level of the provision that the students get exposed to is of a consistently high professional standard. Now that we're seeing the results of what that intensive training provides young people, without them it would be almost going back in time.
I'm Yoko Ichino. I am ballet mistress with Northern Ballet, and I'm the Associate Director of the Academy of Northern Ballet. So I get to work with kids that are about age 10 to 16, 17. There are a lot of families who have kids that are talented, but there's no way they can afford going away to a training school.
The Centre for Advanced Training is extremely important to Northern Ballet, partially because we look at ourselves as a flagship centre of dance in the north, and training has always been at the heart of what interests me as a director. We are sharing this level of knowledge which is relevant to today, and it's scientifically based, and we are allowing young people in the north to get the absolute finest training that they possibly can and yet stay at home. Because we have the company here with the school in the same building, they're getting the exposure that they are to very fine artists who are at the peak of their careers. So I think having the building here in Leeds, you know, we have a responsibility to this kind of a program and to this kind of training for young people.
A typical week involving coming here, it's quite hectic because I live in North Lincolnshire, which is quite a trek to come here from there. It's definitely worth it. I think what I'm gaining from this course is it's definitely worth doing that little bit of travelling to come here. I think the highlights are definitely working with a multitude of choreographers, and we get challenged in very different ways. So I think being open to loads of different areas and opportunities and different choreographers, we get to expand our range of what we can do in our mobility and how we move and what we're introduced to. And I think that'll definitely help when going into a career of dance.
I joined the CAT scheme because I had no dance experience except for my school. So I thought by joining the CAT scheme I'd get more experience, I'd improve my technique, I'd meet loads of nice people, and I'd learn how it is, you know, when you go to uni and you're in the dance world, and it just gives you a little insight into what it's like.
At the Northern School of Contemporary Dance, our CAT works with young people between 13 and 17 years of age, and I think we have 75 of them at the moment. And they come to us on 2 evenings a week and on a Saturday, and together they're studying for 8 hours a week whilst they're still at school. This works differently to our partner in the Yorkshire Young Dancers CAT at Northern Ballet. The scheme has been very successful for us up here in Leeds, and we notice that we've brought through the Northern School of Contemporary Dance, I think 57 students that have come from across the national CAT scheme. So it is working really well.
At Northern, I go most weeknights and all day on Thursday. So I miss school on Thursday, and then I do Saturdays, and later on in the year I do Sundays for rehearsals, like when we're coming up to the end of year show. And so it adds up to around 20 plus hours. Every day we do 2.5 hours of class, so that's like technique, so all the standard exercises. And then most days we do point work, and on a Saturday we do studies. I leave school early every day and get the bus into Sheffield town centre, and then I get the train to Leeds and walk to Northern Ballet, and then after class I go back.
The standard of training is just, for me, I feel like it's out of this world. It's nothing like I received when I was younger. I really wished I had this opportunity when I was younger. I try saying it to the students, but I really hope that they do realise this. They learn so much about their body, they learn the correct technique, they learn how to perform, but they also get a real glimpse into a life as a professional dancer. We're not just trying to teach them to become good dancers, but it's also the mental attitude so that they will be really employable when they are older.
My name's Lucas and I've been at Northern Ballet for nearly 2 years. My average week at Northern Ballet is quite intense. I usually come on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and if we have a rehearsal on Sunday, then Sundays as well. I got into the academy from, at school we had a dance workshop, and the teacher of that said, oh, you should come along to this open course. And so I did, and I got spotted and was said to, oh, would you like to have a go at this? And I accepted, yeah.
I come to CATS because I wanted to improve my technique, because I haven't really had any dance experience before I came on the CATS scheme. So I thought by coming here I'd be able to develop a lot. I think it'd be really boring if I didn't really do dance. Like, I enjoy dance so much that without dance I don't know what else I'd do, if you get me. Like, I wouldn't feel me if I wasn't dancing.
So our students come to us 3 times a week. 2 evenings after school, one to do our PEN class, which is performance enhancement, which supports their technical studies. The second class in the week is their creative class, and then on a Saturday they do 3 classes. One of them is choreography, one is pure contemporary technique, and the third class is their complementary studies, which is either Pilates or ballet.
I didn't know much about the CATS scheme before I was introduced to it by my teacher at my secondary school. She invited me to a workshop that they was putting on at my school, and from that I got an invitation to come here. Previous to CATS, I'd only done a year of dancing. I think it offers quite a lot for people like myself who hadn't had much previous training before, and they saw potential in me, in which I was brought here and I was allowed to come onto this course. I've improved massively, I think, over the past year and a half. Without CATS, I don't think I'd be going into a career of dance, and I definitely wouldn't be going on to a degree in dance. I think it'd be more academic studies and trying to push that.
I wanted to join Northern Ballet Academy because I was interested in dance and I hadn't really done much before, and I wanted to try some new different types of dance and just see if it was for me and see if that might be a possible career option. The point I knew I wanted to be a dancer is when I really got to know ballet and got to know all the things you could do with it, and finding that I really enjoyed it. Once I'd done the first summer course, I know, like, oh, this might be what I want to do, and it was kind of just all the different steps and all the different things you could learn, and the achievement when you get a step and then you can improve it. And just really, I really enjoy just dancing and not really worrying about what other people think you look like, and just working on your technique.
We're rehearsing a few pieces for the end of year show. I leave school early and come here for about 3 hours and then get home quite late and then do it again the next day. The best things about being on the scheme is probably the teachers. It means a lot because, I don't know, it's just like everything's revolved around it. When you've had like a day at school that's been really like stressful, it's good to come here because then you don't have to think about that. It's like you just go into the studio and like, it's great.
My name's Tom Bowes. I'm the Learning and Participation Assistant at Northern School of Contemporary Dance. As part of the outreach work that we do connected to the scheme, we go out around the Yorkshire region and deliver school and community workshops. From these workshops, we also talent spot. As well as their regular classes, our students also attend intensive courses. These take place over weekends, the summer and Easter. They work with professional choreographers to create works to be performed on our end-of-year show and other performance opportunities throughout the year.
A typical week is, depending on the age, with the younger ones, of course, they don't come quite as many hours. They come about 8 hours, so that's 3 different days in the week. We've recently noticed that parents and head teachers have come back to us and said that their academic grades have really gone up since they started on our program. So that's another benefit we're very, very happy about.
So Northern Ballet have started to receive lots of students starting to audition that have once been on the CAT program. It's fantastic because I feel the CAT students represent Northern Ballet as a company. So they are our next cohort of dancers for Northern Ballet.
We're waiting to find out with the next government election whether the scheme continues to be funded. Our hope is obviously that it does, because I feel that we're only just beginning to see what's coming out the other side with the young people, because obviously if they've left us 3 or 4 years ago, they've only just finished full-time training. We're beginning to see choreographers coming out, we're beginning to see performers, dancers. It is beginning to have an impact, and it's making our dancers more aware of younger talent as well, and companies more aware of younger talent, and I think we're strengthening the whole dance ecology.